Hello everyone, very good evening. We shall start the session now. In the meantime, everyone joins. We shall start with a little bit of recapping the things which we have discussed yesterday and few questions I'll be asking you. Okay. So yesterday we have discussed about batch streaming and structured streaming, right? Sorry, batch processing and stream processing. We have discussed both of them, right? Can anyone tell me what is the difference between both of them?
And in that loading of processing,
Yes, 54C2. You can continue.
actually in batch processing, ma'am, we should process the data in by taking block of data, ma'am. But in stream processing, we should process continuous data.
Yes, correct. And 5B4, you also said something. You can unmute and tell me. The other person who responded, I'm asking the same person. Okay. So that's correct, 54C2. So in batch processing, we will be process. Yes, 432. You are saying something. Yeah, please continue.
Lucky.
You're not going to say anything?
No, ma'am.
Yeah, okay, sure. The difference between batch processing and stream processing, as we discussed, it is the thing that when we discuss about the batch processing, we will be setting a certain time frame. Like we will be taking the whole 1 day of data or 1 hour of data or 1 month of data. For a particular time frame, we will be processing the data. But when it comes to stream processing, the data will come continuously and we will be processing it parallelly. So this is how it is, as we discussed yesterday. And apart from this one, we discussed about data lake house, right? What do we mean by data lake house?
Combination of data lake and data warehouse.
Good. Anyone else? Yes, data lake house is a combination of data warehouse and data lake. So we have also discussed the differences between delta lake and data lake. Can anyone tell me few important differences between those two?
Schema
Data lake
enforcement
and delta
and
lake.
classification
Uh-huh.
are the new features in Delta Lake, which are not present in data.
Schema enforcement and other one?
Acid transactions.
Good. Schema enforcement and asset transactions were not there inside the data lake, but it is there in delta lake. Yes, those are the major things which we have discussed. And apart from that one, cost is also lower in data lake, but it is higher in delta lake. We also discussed that part also. And what is the purpose of medallion architecture. Why do we use that? I mean, not we use, why the Databricks has implemented that particular thing. What is the purpose of that one? You know the answer of this one. Think of it once again. If you remember the picture which I have showed you, inside the picture there is an answer. Yes, Sai Krishna, you can tell me. It is because we do have a data quality. In medallion architecture, we will be having three layers, right? So when the data flows throughout the three layers, by the end of the all three layers, we will be having the validated data. Data validation will be there, and also a quality of data is high. Okay. What are the three layers which we have discussed in medallion architecture?
Bronze, silver, gold.
Bronze, silver,
Good.
and gold.
Yes, good. 5, J8, and Sai Krishna. Yes, bronze, silver, and gold. So, which layer is used for Power BI reporting? I mean, for any reporting tools, which layer is being used?
Gold layer.
Good. It's a gold layer. Yes. So the final layer is the one which is having all the business logic. So that is used in Power BI reporting or any reporting tools, or for Spark streaming or ML models and all. They will be taking the things. Okay. What is the difference between repartition and coalesce?
Repartition will
By the
reallocate.
Okay, one after the other. You can unmute and tell me.
actually by the use of repartition, we can increase or decrease the RDD, ma'am.
Correct.
By the use of that relocation,
Coalesce.
we
But use
usually
of
college. By use of college, we have it is used to decrease the RDD count.
Hmm. Good. Yes, Karthikeya, you can also tell your answer.
Repartition will reallocate the memory again, but coalesce doesn't do that.
But coalesce?
Doesn't doesn't change the memory to.
Yes, good. I mean, very good and detailed explanation by both of you. Both of you, what you have said from your perception is all correct. So repartition, when you do repartition, it can be, you can increase or decrease. It can be of anything. There will be definitely a shuffling will be there in repartition. And when it comes to coalesce, it is mostly used to when you want to decrease the number of partitions that is used. Okay. And shuffling is less. Why? Because you are going to merge the data. When you are merge the data with one partition to another partition, right? So that's why the shuffling is not more required when compared to the repartition. Here also shuffling will be there, but when compared to repartition in coalesce, it will be very less. And we are merging the data in coalesce. Okay, thank you. And apart from that one, I also told you about broadcasting, right? What is it? Broadcasting.
Small
Use
data
it for caching.
Yes. Yes, Kartikeya, that's correct. And Sampath, you are saying something?
Small data is stored in cache and can be retrieved later.
Sorry, I couldn't clearly hear you, what you're saying.
Small data is stored in cache and can be retrieved later.
Correct. Yes. Whenever we use broadcasting, the data will reside in cache, but it doesn't mean that whatever the data you take will not reside in cache. It should be the small data set. Then only it will fit into the cache one. That's correct. And good, you have given a very detailed explanation. And so we do convert the data into delta tables, right? Whatever the format we have, we will be converting it to delta, right? So what is the default format we have observed when we are converting it to the delta tables? Delta files, actually. Default file format. We are converting each and every file to the delta file. What what is the format we are observing when we are converting it into the delta? We discussed it. Every day we are doing this. Come on, try to recollect and tell me the answer.
Delta.
Yes.
Pocket files,
Okay,
ma'am.
Delta,
good.
ma'am.
Yes, delta only. We are converting it to the delta only. But delta, when you convert it to the delta, what format the file is getting created? It is getting created into the packet files. Correct, 5J8 and 54C2. So it is a packet file format whenever you convert any file to delta file. Okay. And apart from this one, we also discussed the schema evolution. What do we mean by that? You all know the answer. I'm repeating it, schema evolution or schema enforcement. When I'm saying about schema means the when you are going to create a table before you will create a schema, right? So I'm asking about schema evolution or schema enforcement.
If the destination and the source have different structure, it will not load the data. So
Yes, source and
the
destination
structure
will
should be,
have the different structure. Then
the data will not be loaded. It should be the same structure.
correct, it will not be loaded. Then what is the purpose of enforcing the schema enforcement? What is the purpose of that?
By you by schema evolution, we can adapt the our previous schema of delta table.
Yes, good. So using the schema enforcement, we can adapt the whatever the schema we have for the source table, we can adapt the same to the destination table. Good. What is the syntax? Can anyone tell me what I mean? In options, what do we use for schema enforcement?
Met schema is equal to true.
Good. But who said this answer? I didn't get. can I know who said this answer?
Me, Sampath.
Okay, okay. Good, Sampath. Yeah. Merge schema is equals to true. Yes. So yeah, now we are good to close this Q&A and we shall go to our session now. Okay. And so we also discussed all the things related to data lake, delta lake, data lake house, medallion architecture, and why this medallion architecture have been implemented. It is for the data quality, the quality of the data when it goes through the layers. We will be getting the validated data. Okay, and it is the main purpose of this particular architecture. Okay, and the bronze will always have raw, and silver will be having filtered and clean data. Gold will be having the business level aggregates. So today we will be taking few of the things, few files and few files from the Databricks workspace, and we shall see in real time how we usually ingest the data, how we filter, how we apply the business level or aggregates. Okay, so we will see all these things today. And apart from that, yesterday we have also discussed about Spark streaming, correct? So inside the Spark streaming, let me open it. So this is the one which we have discussed yesterday, right? So inside the Spark streaming, I'm explaining you once again the one which we have discussed. So the difference between the Spark streaming and the batch streaming will always be the same thing. Like in the batch streaming, you will say spark.read.format, and here you will be saying spark.read stream. There it is spark.read.format. Here spark.readstream.format of. Okay. So when you say format of inside the batch processing, here if you see the Parquet file you can load, or it can be any CSV file or TSV, whatever it is, not TSV directly, we cannot read. JSON, Parquet, text file, CSV file, all these we are reading, right? So those are all the formats of the data which we can read in batch processing. But when it comes to Spark streaming, what are all the formats we can read is, as we have seen, here it is a rate, right? Where is this? Yeah. So here I have taken the format as rate. So rate is generally a format of the data by which we read. Means rate is a fixed value at which it reads the data. Okay, here I have given the option also rows per second. Whenever you use rate, you also need to mention rows, how many rows of per second you need to read. So that is the what the rate format and this one. Apart from this rate, you can also read the data from delta file also. And see, uh, delta file also you can read. So I will be showing you that also, how you can read the data from delta file and all. And okay, so here if you see, when you are loading, you will be giving dot load of some file name, means location of the file. Okay, in general, when you give delta here. Okay. If not, the delta table can also be read, right? So in that case, here you can write dot table of. So delta table, whatever the table you are going to create, it will be, I mean, whoa, you want to read, it should be mentioned here. Okay. So that is how we can read the data. As like our batch processing, here also, we will read the data first and then apply some transformations, whatever we want, and then we will write the data. In batch processing also, two things: reading the data, applying the transformations and then writing it to the sync location. So this is how it goes, correct? Both in batch processing or the stream processing. But we have discussed a few formats, right? Delta format. We can read. Delta format is always the file store one. Okay. And apart from that, the sources of the Spark stream is Kafka. Kafka is the major one when we discuss about the Spark streaming one. Okay. Here also, if you see, the first one is a Kafka. So through Kafka, you will be getting the continue. Okay, can be implemented in your Azure via Azure Functions, Event Hubs, and all. Okay, Kafka will be implemented, and then only you will be able to read the data each and every second, or at what rate you are defining it. At that rate, you can read the data. Okay, using Kafka. And also, apart from this Kafka, you can also read the data through socket. Socket means you will be defining the port number through which port you need to read the data and all. Okay, those all you will be seeing in real time. But for now, I have given you example like I created the streams. This is not the one which I have taken from somewhere. This is the one which I have created the string and I loaded it. Okay, this is the one reading. So I have given these many columns, and for each column, how to what data it should load inside that column also I have defined, and I have read it. And here I have selected what are all are there. I have selected here. You can give any transformation logic apart from this one. And here I have given the how you can write it. Correct. So here the major point, if you see trigger, dot trigger off. If you want to trigger this particular one only once in a day, means it can also dot trigger once. If you write it, it will only once. But here what I have given processing time equals to 3 seconds. When I have given this particular thing, it will trigger every for 3 seconds and it will load the data. So this is how it is. Okay, there is no need of you starting the particular thing for every 3 seconds. When you give trigger for 3 seconds, it will take automatically and it will get triggered. Okay. Yes, 54C2. You have any doubt?
Ma'am, I'm experiencing a frozen screen, ma'am. Is everyone getting the same?
Oh, my screen, you couldn't see it properly.
Yes, ma'am. Actually,
Is this the
it is
same thing for
showing in the
everyone?
PPT.
Oh, it is still showing PPT only.
Ah, yes,
Okay,
ma'am.
please give me a moment. I will switch my network and join back.
Okay.
Could you see my screen now? I'm showing the notebook one. Am I
Yes,
audible?
ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Which one you are seeing? Notebook, right? Okay.
Ma'am, I'm still getting PPT, ma'am.
Still getting PPT. Let me join that. Okay. I joined back. Let me share my screen once again. Is my screen visible? I'm showing you the notebook.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, okay. Thanks for confirming. So this is the one which we have created yesterday, batch for stream processing. Correct. So for stream processing, what we have done, we have read the stream and we have done some transformations. Here, I didn't do any transformation majorly, but I just selected what are all the columns I have. And then in at the end, what I have done, I have written the stream, what I have read. Okay. So here, if you see, what I'm telling you is here, if you see the format is rate here, right? But in batch processing, what are all the formats we have discussed? Here, the format can be Parquet file, JSON file, CSV file, and whatever the file we are going to read here, that one we have given here, right? So similarly, inside the stream processing also, you could give the format as three types. One is rate. What this will do means it is a fixed, it will be fixed value at which you read the data. Okay, here you are providing an option, right? Rows per second and all. So what it will do, it will read those many rows per second. Okay, when you give the format as rate. Here, apart from this particular thing, you can also read a delta file. Dot format of delta you can give like that, and you can load the delta file here, okay, in this location, and you can read it. Okay, see, for now, I have not taken any file. What I have done for this particular one, I have created few columns of data, and I have generated, and I selected here, and then I have written what I have generated. Correct. So that is how it went. Okay. What are all the source and sync things which we can have inside the Spark streaming means one is Kafka. Okay. One is Kafka, other one is Socket, and the other one is Delta, and the final fourth one is the rate one. Okay. The format is rate. Okay. So here it will be changing depending upon your source. If you're reading it from Kafka, you will be having different options. Means from which Kafka you are reading the data and all. You need to provide those options. Okay. When you are reading from socket, at that time, what port, from what port you are going to take that data and all, you need to specify here. Okay. And if it is a delta format, you will be giving the location of the delta file and you will be reading it. I will show you the delta format also here, and I will continue the session. Okay. So this is how we do. So this is the same thing which we do in batch processing also. But when writing it to the sync location, if you see the sync also, the sync can be a data warehouse table, means Hive metastore table. It can be a Hive metastore table, or it can be a DBFS location, or it can be a data like Gen2. Means when you mount the things, you are having the capability to write there, right? So you can do that particular one. And I mean, sync locations, I'm saying. Uh, Delta format, using Delta format, you can write it to data like Gen2 DBFS location, but generally, DBFS location, we will not be using it majorly when it comes to the real time, because if you write to DBFS, it will be within your workspace only. It cannot be shared to everyone, right? So for that reason, we will be writing it to either Kafka again, means I read the data continuously, right? Again, whatever the data I'm reading continuously, all this data I will be sending to Kafka again, and from there again my downstream team will take the data. So this is how actually it goes when it comes to the real time. Using Kafka only, we will be taking the data, and we will also generate the data. Upon applying some transformations, everything, we will again generate the data. Okay. So that is the real-time processing, how we do. And the socket also, we can have that particular format also, but for now, I have given you only the example of this one. Okay. And in all this one, you could see one particular thing, that is a checkpoint location. Okay. What is this checkpoint location? This is the major one. When you talk about the streaming. Okay. This checkpoint location is a very major thing. Why? Because it will have the data, like what data it will have means inside this location, whatever location you specify here, in that one, what you will get means till what you have read the data and still how much data is left. That particular details will be there inside the checkpoint location. Okay. And there is one more thing you need to definitely know this particular thing. The thing is, see, every moment you are taking, means every second you are taking 200 rows, right? So it sometimes what it will do means it will read 200 rows, but does it process the 200 rows at a time? It sometimes process 200 at a time, or it sometimes process 1000 at a time. It is all depends upon the cluster cores, what we are using, memory, how much we have, all these comes into the picture. Okay. So when you generate these things, you could see some streams, right? So those streams here, if you see batch processing and input rate, at what rate it is coming, it is constant almost, but this batch is having high variance. Sometimes it is processing high, sometimes a bit less. So it all depends. Okay. And behind this particular processing means, behind the processing, what we have means we have two things: background execution of the Spark you need to know, and micro batch processing. I will explain you these two in detail. Give me 2 minutes. I'll complete this and I'll go to that particular topic. Okay. And so this checkpoint location is very much important when we deal with any streaming data. Okay. And what else we have here when you do this particular thing on your laptop, you need to install Spark, Hadoop, Python, and all these, right? So at that moment, when you try to read the data from any port and you're trying it, means you need to definitely import the Spark session also before starting anything. Because for me, in my Databricks, once if you have initiated that particular thing, you never need to look back. But when you do it on your local, it should be the thing that every day you need to start the Spark session, and then only you will be able to start the things. Okay. So that is the one major thing you need to understand. And so we have discussed what can be the sources and what can be the sync locations also. One is Kafka. One is Kafka. Yes. So source and sync locations are mostly Kafka, Delta tables, and file store. Delta tables means file store means it can be data like Gen 2. Okay. When you store to Delta, when you store to any file store, then obviously the format will be in Delta only. Okay. So that one point you need to understand. And there is one more point you need to know, that is, like you have mode here. Currently, I haven't given mode here now, but here you have mode, right? So this is the mode you have in batch processing. Similarly, similar to this particular thing, you have output mode in our stream processing also. When you're writing it, you need to mention dot output mode, something like that, and you need to mention complete, update, and append. These are the three modes we have in stream processing also. When to use which is up to you. Means complete, when you use that particular thing means whatever you are reading and whatever you are writing, it should display all the complete thing. When you could use that complete means when you do any aggregations here during the transformations, at that time only you should use that complete mode. Okay. If it is like any, if you are doing just update, apart from that one, you have two others, right? One is append and the other one is update. Those two, depending upon your choice, like when you are appending it to the same string of stream again and again, you can use append. Or if you want to update the thing, means already there is a data, and you upon doing this, you will be doing some transformations, right? So based on the transformations, you are updating the column information. Then at that time, you can use the update function, update mode. Okay. So we will discuss on all of them now. Okay. Yesterday we have discussed till here, right? Let me go to today's one. Okay, so before going to some practical things, I will also discuss with you a few points. One is micro batch processing, and the other one is background execution of a Spark stream, right? So micro batch processing, what does it mean? Means whenever you create a Spark streaming, means whenever you read something and you write something, at that time also, when you say take the format as rate, means it will in turn take the batches of how many rows, means 200 rows each second, and processing time, I mean trigger you are giving as 3 seconds, right? So for every 1 second it will read 200, and for every 3 seconds it will trigger. Means it will create the micro batches behind the scenes, and it will process the data. Okay. The batch process, see, Spark streaming can be of two types. Either it will be batch processing, or it will be like continuous one. Okay. But most of the time, uh, think like it is a micro batch processing only. Okay. Clear, everyone? So I will tell you about these particular things. So micro batches and background queries. Background queries is nothing but the background behind the scenes when you execute the particular stream function, how it will work here, it is saying. Okay. So micro batches, as I told you, small and time-based batches of data processed at intervals. And behind the scenes, the Spark, how it will execute means it is a continuous execution of a streaming query that process the data into micro batches. So, I mean, micro batch is one of the process which will happen behind when you process the data. Okay. And here, if you see intervals, at intervals, it will execute. This will execute continuously. Okay. These are the batch jobs executed periodically, but this runs continuously. Means mm, uh, just like, I mean, both are two different things. Micro batches and Spark execution. Both are different things. Spark streaming execution is different and micro batches are different. But when you try to understand it with respect to the differences, you will be more confident when you say it, right? That's why I have given this particular table. Okay. And here we are using the checkpointing, right? So using this checkpointing, using this particular checkpointing only, we are implementing the fault tolerance inside the Spark stream. Okay, got my point? Because what this checkpoint will do, it will give you the information like how much data it has read till now and how much data it has to read. Means it will never read the data which it was already read. That is the one particular thing. Means there is a data validation going on smoothly there. Uh, Data validation in the sense it it is not it is for sure because of this checkpoint, it is for sure it will not read the data two times, right? So that is one point. And the other point is whenever the streaming has been suspended for any moment, means for any second there is some network issue, means see, network issue is not only for us, behind the scenes also networking will be there, right? So if there is any network fluctuations happens between the data centers of any cloud at that moment also, what it will do, from what point it has stopped, it will read right from that point and it will read the data. So this is the beauty of the Spark, how it will maintain the fault tolerance and all. Okay, got my point? Clear, everyone? Okay. Now that we are we have discussed the sources, what can be the source formats and what can be the sync formats. We have discussed that one, and we also discussed about micro batch processing and Spark job execution of any streaming data. That one also we have discussed. So till now we have discussed all this, right? So I have created something I will show you today. So I have created a notebook. So what it will do means for reading any data, I will pass the path from which I want to read and the source format. What is the file source I will pass, so that what it will do, it will read and it will give me the data. Okay. And I have also created one more function for write delta file. Means taking the data from source and then writing it to a DBFS path. It will do that particular thing, the second function. And the third function is write delta table. This is file, means I'm saving it as a file. DBFS path will be given here. But when it comes to delta table, it will save as a table name. Okay, so this is the one I have created and I will share it with you also. It is the one which you can also create on your own, uh, taking the paths and creating these things. But what it will do means every time we need some data to be read and some data to be saved as a file and a table, right? So why to write the same things again and again? That's why I have created this particular thing so that I can use it every day. Okay. This will definitely minimize my time, at least some time, right? That's why. Okay, I will share you this file also. You can utilize that particular one. So here in the comment section, I have given how when you read the data, this is the one. When you write the delta file, this is the one. And if it is the delta table, it is the one. Let me quickly show you one particular example of this. Let me execute this and now I'm reading the data and displaying the data. So DW path means Databricks workspace path. So every time I'm going to take this particular one and I'm reading the data. No? That's why I have taken one file which we are going to use today, and I'm reading it and I'm showing it to you. Okay. See, it has read the data and it has displayed what data it has read. Okay. And writing to file is not required for me as of now, but I want the same data to be present at my destination format, right? So what I will do means, see, today what we are going to discuss, we are going to discuss about the medallion architecture, means inserting the data to first layer, that is bronze layer. So using this particular function, I'm inserting to my bronze. Okay. The one which are underscore bronze underscore, those are all the tables related to bronze. For silver, we'll be implementing the similar like. Okay. Let me quickly create a table out of it. Okay. See, this is a dynamic one. What it is doing, it is just directly saving as a table, inferring the schema and all. Correct. So bronze table means from source. This is the source. From source, I am ingesting data directly without any transformations into my bronze layer. Okay. This is the first level you need to understand. Clear, everyone? Clear, right? Okay. So now that we have seen this particular one, let me show you one more thing. Okay. Display of dbutils.fs.ls, dbutils.fs.ls of this is the location, right? I'm going to take not only one table. I may have so many tables, right? So from retail organization, I'm also going to read one more table. Let me show you. Okay. So here we have something called products also, na? Let me read that also. Okay, products.csv. This particular one, let me show you. Okay. The source format, I'm just changing it here directly. Okay. The DBFS path location will be products.csv. So for reading it, the DBFS so destination location is not required. See here, only the source path and source format we are using. Okay. But here we need to change the format. What format it is? CSV. Okay. Let me execute and show you what data we have inside the products. Okay. Okay. So see here, the thing is different here. It is a CSV file only, but if you see it, you couldn't read it properly, right? Why? Because here there is some issue. I will show you what is the issue. See here, product ID semicolon, product category semicolon, and all, right? So how we can read this particular thing means def underscore product stores path dot read dot format format is CSV, right? Dot load off. So now I'm giving this particular path. But remember, there is a issue. If we are reading like this, we are not getting it properly. What I will do here, I will add header equals to true and info schema equals to true. Info schema equals to true. Okay, let me display it. Df underscore product. It is still the same thing. Let me do one thing. Delimiter. Wait, I will add an option of delimiter. Delimit. What is the delimiter? If you remember, when we are reading the TSV file, which is tab separated format, we have used /t. For this, we are going to use this particular one. Now we shall see what it is going to do. See, now I got the format. So what is the data we have inside this one? Product ID, product category, product name, and all I got. Okay, let me do one thing. Let me save it. Df product dot write dot mode of. See, I'm having some issue with this file. That's why I'm doing it manually. But originally, I can use those functions. Okay. Mode of delta and let me save as a table. Bronze products. CRODCTS. Okay. I'm writing it there also. So sorry, it should not be mode. It should be format, right? Format of delta. See, there is nothing I'm doing here. I'm just creating tables from the sources. So I have created two tables. One is bronze active promotions and one is bronze active, active promotions and bronze products. Okay. So let me quickly show you what data we have. Select star from bronze active promotions, limit 10. Okay, so that I will explain you what data we have and finally at the end of gold layer, what we are going to do means, so using the gold layer tables, we will be sending the data to reporting tools or Spark streaming something, right? So whenever you send this to reporting tool, they will create some reports. Okay. We also can create those visualizations, little bit of visualizations inside our Databricks also. So I will create one kind of few visualizations at the end of gold layer, and that is the target of our um, session today. Okay, we will be doing it till gold layer and visualizing it. So inside the promotions, we have a promo customer, promo item, promo desk, promo ID, promo daytime. See, this daytime is not the appropriate one because beat anything, we have read from Databricks datasets, right? So it is not in a correct format. So I can eliminate, right? These are all not required for me. But when you are ingesting it to bronze, you will never get a chance to remove the data in between. But when you are ingesting the data to a silver layer, then you will be able to remove, means filter the data. Okay, that is how it is. So here if you see, now if I am going to create a silver layer upon this table, what I will do, promo customer I will keep, promo item. So what item they purchased is required, right? So this one I'll keep. I don't want this promo disk. Okay. Promotion ID. So how many promotions have been done and what are their IDs is this particular one. Okay. I'll keep this. Date time is not appropriate. So I'll delete this one, and promo began date also I will delete. So how, what quantity they have purchased. Okay. Promo quantity. It is here. So I'll keep it. Cumulative sum also, I'll keep it here. Okay. And units required. How many units are being required for each quantity has been clearly given here. And eligible for promotion or not, that particular item, that is also there here. Deadline. So out of all this, what are all the things which are required for us today? Few, right? Let me show you the other products data also. See here, if I scroll about, see the product ID is there, and product category is there, product name is there, and the sales price means for each product, what is the sale price they have kept. Means online, when you buy something, for each product you will they will define a sale price, right? That is what it is. Okay. EAN 13 and EAN 5. So these are the things which are not required for us as of now. So I'll be removing it when I'm taking the data to silver layer. Okay. And the product unit is PCS all the way. Pieces maybe they are referring. This is also I may not require to go to the silver layer. So I will delete those also. So finally, what I'll do, I will remove 1, 2, and 3, and I will ingest to silver layer. Okay. And I forgot to tell you one more thing. See, we have something called data feed, right? Let me do one thing. Bronze layer. Bronze layer data ingestion. What I have done here, I have created bronze products. Bronze products table. Okay. And the other one I have created through other, right? So I'll share you that notebook also today. And now what I'm doing is I will, now that I have two tables in bronze layer, let me see one more table also if I can ingest and I show you. Okay. Inside the retail organization. Products promotions may be helpful for us. We have taken active promotions. No? This promotions CSV will also help us. See promotion ID. So totally we have only 4 promotion IDs and promotion types. Percent discount. Okay. And dollar discount, percent discount, promotion type, dollar discount, percent discount, qualifying products. Oh, okay. They have given qualifying products also for us. And units required, free products. But there is a last one, uh, which is something different from above, right? So I cannot take the data something which is like this. Means because of this particular one, this has been changed to string instead of this, right? So I cannot take this. Okay. Let me take suppliers. Sorry, I'm displaying it here, which is of no use. Okay, supplier ID, tax ID, supplier name. Okay, and city also we have, state we have. We can utilize this also, correct? But items provided is having much more than what we have discussed, but no issues. To read this particular one, there will not be an issue. No? Let me do one thing. So that is bronze suppliers, right? I have ingested 3 tables of data in bronze. Okay, now that we are into the silver layer, I will be creating the tables for silver layer. Okay. So similar to our uh, previous one, we cannot create. And I mean, what are all the things I want? I will take it. Okay. Create table. Silver, silver, active promo. So out of all these active promotions, what are all the things which we have discussed? This is active promotions, right? If you click on this one, you will be getting all this. I'm copy pasting the same thing below. What I will do here, promo customer is required for us, right? It is a string one, correct? Item we are going to take, I'll keep it. This is not at all required for me. I'm eliminating it. And promo ID is required. And date time is not required for me. I'm removing it. And began is also not required for me. Deadline is also not required for me. I'm just removing all these things. And For bronze, na, it is not at all. I mean, we have created table dynamically because we know that each and every column is required for bronze. Okay, let me create this table. But yeah, one more thing I left in this one. So when creating this one, we need to enable the change data feed. So let me do one thing. Alter table, table bronze active promotions set del set table properties of delta dot enable change data feed equal to true. Okay. Okay. I have set for that particular one. Similarly, I will be setting it for all of them so that you will be getting all the things. Yes. That is what we have created, right? Suppliers, yeah. Uh, with this, I will explain you what is meant by and incremental load also today. Okay. And there is a valid reason why I'm enabling this particular change data feed also. Okay. So I have enabled it for all of them. This is the starting stage, right? So I can give the table properties directly here. Okay, there is a semicolon in between. Oh, for many of them, I left it. Let me remove them. Yeah, I have created it. So let me ingest the data also. Okay, I have filtered the data, which I really don't want. Now I'm inserting the data. Insert into table silver underscore active promotions. So how I'm inserting it, I'm just selecting the data. Select all these. From bronze active promotions. Okay, I'm inserting it. Okay, I have inserted 423 rows of data. Okay, now that I have created the table and I have inserted the data for one, let me do it for remaining also. What are the others we have seen is active promotions and let me create for sorry, create table name is silver products. Okay, so what are all the products I'm going to take? I don't know, right? Wait. Your products. Let me check how many products are there. Limit to 10. No, 5 should be good enough. What happened? Table or view? Okay, bronze. Let me take the bronze one only. I just need this so that okay. So out of all these, what we discussed, the product ID is required and only last 3 are not required, right? So similarly, I'm removing last 3 and starting here, I require all of them. See, if I don't want any columns, I can remove, right? Similarly, rows also, you can do it by using some filtering conditions like greater than something and all. Okay. Table properties, let me take it from above. So see, now I have created the silver products. What it is saying, cannot create a table. Silver products is not empty. Oh, shit. Okay. Silver product should be good enough for me. Okay. So let me insert the data. Insert insert into select this. From bronze products. Okay. Once it is done, we should see from table changes of say and the Why it is say taking time to insert? Why I'm truncating means I will do the insertion again. That's why. Truncate table silver product. Okay. This is fast. Let me insert once again. Actually, the product table is very less data it is having. That's why. 98. Good. Let me show you the table changes of this particular silver product. Okay. What it is. In the meantime, it executes you one thing. And so the more function, the similar product can be resolved. Okay, now what is incremental load and full load? Listen to this topic because it is very important question. Also, also, you definitely need to understand the scenario. Okay, what is full load and incremental load? Okay, so full load, you can understand. Full load means it is taking the data and loading it completely. Then that is full load. Sorry, I actually have some power issues. That's why I got disconnected. Very sorry. By the way, where are we actually? I mean, till what I have explained you. Am I audible? Hello? Hello?
Yes, ma'am, you are audible.
Yeah, okay. Can I know till what we have discussed? Did I explain you full load and incremental load? Okay, no problem. Uh, I will explain you again. Sorry, there is some network glitch from my end. Sorry, there is some network issue from my end. That's why I'm getting dropped from the call. Let me share my screen. I hope this will not stop this time. Okay. So, what are all the things we have discussed? We have taken the things and we have inserted the data, right? So, see here. If you see, I'm taking the versions of the silver product. This version is 0. So in the version 0, what are all the data I have? I got it here. Okay. So this is how it is. Let me explain you what is the difference between full load and incremental load. Okay. So full load with the name itself, you can be able to understand what it is. If we are completely inserting the data into a table, means from source table to destination table, you are every day inserting all the records. Then that is a full load. If it is a incremental load you will be doing for only records which have been updated on that particular day or which have been inserted on that particular day. Okay. So to do that particular thing for incremental load, you need to know, see, for example, if I say, what, if I say like, product ID, product category. If I insert some data also into this one, if I do merge into the table using the destination, using the source table. I mean, you remember that particular statement, right? Merge into source table, sorry, destination table using source table. We have discussed that particular thing. So that can be used in incremental load. Okay. But there is one change. When you say merge things on condition, like you will give some condition, and if it is okay, you will update, or if not, you will insert the records. So this is how it will be. But think from a perspective that every day you are getting some records and you are updating it. Okay, you have updated few records and inserted few records. But when you use the merge statement, what it will do? It will check the condition, definitely, what upon what condition you are doing it. But when you give the thing, like for example, this only you have taken, when the product ID is matched, it will update. If it is not matched, it will insert. Okay, that is what you know. But all these product IDs in my source and destination table will always be there, na? So does it update all the records there? No, it shouldn't be the case. I don't want all the records to be updated every day. I want only one record which I have updated. That only I should update in silver layer. So for that, what I can use, there is something called watermark. What this watermark means, you need to watermark one column. For me, in this, for example, see, from yesterday and today, how you can differ? You can differ with respect to timestamp. If you have a valid timestamp, from if the date has been increased from yesterday to today, only take the records of today's date, and then if the records are matched, then I mean records means if the product ID is matched, then update the record. If it is product ID is not matched, then insert. So that is how you will do. Watermark concept is very important. And every time in real time, that watermark column for us will be timestamp. Okay, clear everyone? This particular concept, or should I repeat it again? Full load and incremental load. If you don't unmute and tell me you could understand or you couldn't, I never know.
Explain once more.
Sure, Sai Krishna, I'll explain you once again. Um, so I'll tell you with a practical example, okay? Till now we have created till silver product, right? There is one more table I need to create, and then I will show you what it is, okay? Create table. Table name is silver underscore supplier. Okay. So here I want the supplier ID, but I don't want the tax ID of him. I want the supplier name, state and city. Postal code is not required. Street is not required for me. Number is also not required. Unit not required. Region also not required. District not required. Ion. Okay. Longitude and latitude values. Item provided. Okay. So let me do one thing. In the promotions, where is the promotion? So these are the promotion, customer, product, promo item, disk ID, take time. There is no supplier related information here to match, but for products we have, right? So let me skip this. Okay, let me not go into that one, because I cannot join two tables with any common data of suppliers. Okay, so we'll do one thing. I will not create anything using those two tables only. Today I'll show you all the things. Okay. So what I'm saying means there are two loads for us. Full load and incremental load. Okay. So full load and incremental load. What do we do in full load and incremental load? Full load means loading the complete data. Loading the complete data from source to destination. Okay. But when it comes to incremental load, when it comes to incremental load, what happens means we will load the data based on watermark column. Based on watermark column. Basically, that is timestamp. Okay. Based on timestamp. Means from source to destination. Okay. So this is what we are discussing. Full load means loading the complete data from source to destination, but incremental load is nothing but we will be loading based on the watermark column. So in the watermark column, what we will do, we will always take the timestamp. So based on this timestamp, whatever the columns I have inserted today, those columns only I will take and I will insert. If there are any updates or also happen, I will update. If I inserted some data, I will insert that. Okay, you got it now? If you do full load, I mean, if you do incremental load without watermark column, it will reload all the data. Clear, everyone? Now?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, thank you. So I will be moving to the gold layer now. Okay. So what I will do now, as per the statistics, I have the data. See, for bronze, I have kept all the data. But for silver, I have removed a few columns. I filtered out the things. I'm doing very, very basic things. Okay. But in general, you will do many other things also while filtering, means handling the null values and all. But here I don't see any null values and all. So that's fine for me. I'm not doing it. Okay. And when it comes to the gold layer, now we need to create the gold layer. Before creating a gold layer, what is the business logic we want? Means what actually we want out of this data which we have. Let me show you. We have product ID and category, product name inside the products one. But my major table will always be the promotions one. So inside the promotions, what are all the things we have? So inside the promotions, we have something called promotion ID. So I want the data. I want two things. Okay. See here, promotion customer is there, promotion item is there, and promotion ID is there, and quantity, cumulative sum, and units required. What I want here means how many customers have interacted in each promotion I want. Okay. For let's say 1, 2, and 3, and 4, some like so many promotion IDs are there. For each promotion ID, how many customers have been interacted? That is the first business logic we are going to apply. Okay. That is the first one. Secondly, what else I am going to derive today is I will give you questions above, but for now, just listen. Okay. What we are drawing out of the data we have. Okay. The second one is, see here we have so many promo items, but here you don't have the promotion item names are not there, right? So, but below in the product ID, product column, product table, you have what product ID and category and all you have. Okay. For how much sales have been completed, how much sales have been done for each promotion I want. How many customers have been interacted for each promotion I want, and I also want how much sales have been completed. Okay, clear? Now I'm going to draw the, now I'm going to create the logics for them, and I will be utilizing those for things. Let me do one thing first. Let me create a logic and then I will create a table. Okay. Select what all I want. It is hard every time to go up and see what are all things we have. These are all the things, na? Let me paste it to this one. Excel. So that it will be easy for me. So customer item. So first one is how many customers have been interacted for each promotion ID. So that is what, correct. So let me draw that. Draw that inside. Select count of promo customer as attracted customers. You can also say who has purchased them. Okay. Promo customer. Okay. Count of customer based on promo ID. Promo ID from a promo customer. We shall also see how much quantity. This is the quantity and units required. For each quantity means one means quantity into units, we will be doing it. Okay. Cumulative sum. Okay. So what I will do here, units GQUI, units required into promo quantity. Okay. So as quantity sold. Okay. These are all the things we are seeing, and whether it is eligible or not, we are going to see. Eligible from silver active promotions. First, we shall see what data we drew. Oh, okay. I have given count, but I have not taken this right. Okay. So promotion ID and interacted customers. I will insert this particular data into bold layer. Okay. Interacted customers is a promo customer. Okay. So for each promotion, how many customers have been? Let me remove this eligibility so that okay. Let me filter it either up or down. Okay. For these are all the promotion IDs and interacted customers, count of customers, and quantity sold should be um, sum of it so that okay, now I got the appropriate one. For each promotion ID, these are the interacted customers and this is the quantity sold. Okay, but where is the promotion item? Where is the item? Which items we have sold? How do we know? Promo item should also be there, na? How many we have sold? I will count that also. Count of promo item. Okay. So see, how many items I have sold is equal to promo customers? Okay. How come that is possible? Interacted customers will be okay. These two are identical, maybe. Each customer ID can have maybe. Hmm. Let me do one thing. In another table, I will add it. Okay. For now, in this is one gold table. Let me create it. Okay. Create table gold underscore interacted customers of promo ID and count of customers as interacted customers. Interacted customers and quantity sold. Eligible or not should also be there, but for now, they're eligible equal to 1. See, it has been reduced, right? We will union both the things or keep it like this. The items which are eligible for promotions, I'm taking only those and I'm inserting into this one. Okay. Insert into table. I also need to give a table properties, right? Why these table properties are required means because the versions we need to capture, right? Today it is already 9:55. I cannot explain you much, but I will take class tomorrow so that we can discuss more on these things. Okay. What is this? Promo ID. A table. Okay, okay. It should be integer. It is integer, right? Promo ID is long. Attracted customers should be also long. Quantity sold also long. Okay. Insert into table and I'm selecting these things. Okay, insert into table. Table name should be gold underscore interacted customers. Okay. Done now. Let me create a visualization. Select star from gold underscore interacted customers. Tomorrow I will show you much more visualizations out of this. Okay. For each promotion ID, how many customers have been interacted? I will count. For each promotion ID. Okay, so this is how you can show at each point how many customers have been interacted. But this is wait. There is some issue. I have not given a column here. That is the thing. Let me remove this. This also. Okay. So this is how you can actually, I'll save it. Okay. So for first promotion ID, the interaction of the customers is more related to 1 and 2. Okay. So that is the one visualization we have drawn today. But I didn't get much time because of my network issues. But for sure, tomorrow I will display the message in WhatsApp group also. Tomorrow I'll take a class and I will show you many things. Okay. If there is any change in taking class, I will give you a message. Okay. Do practice all the things for stream processing and batch processing and this medallion architecture and all, so that it will be like when someone asks you, you will not uh, say it like the lag thing. I mean, you will be able to say it confidently because you have practiced it. Okay. Okay then. Yeah. Thank you all. Good night. We shall see tomorrow remaining things. Okay. Thank you. Good night.